Catalina CareCast. My name is Melissa Tatum. Thank you for joining us today. For some background, the Catalina Care Team was established in 1996. It's an employee led charitable organization with a focus on five charitable pillars: health, environment, and animal services, which we'll be talking about today, human services, education and STEM, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. Our guest today for the CareCast is Liz McCoy. She is the Special Events Manager at the Humane Society of Tampa Bay. Thank you so much for joining us today, Liz. I know the Humane Society is super well known, but if you just wanted to give us a little background on the organization and maybe what you do there, what your role is.
Absolutely. So the Humane Society of Tampa Bay is a long-standing shelter. We were actually founded in 1912, and we've been in the same location since the 1920s. So many of you might be familiar with us over on Armenia Avenue, sort of near the stadium. But again, that's been our home since the 1920s. We've grown over the years to have a brand new facility now. If you have not been down to the shelter in the last 2 years or so, you might not realize that we have a brand new 3-story facility that has allowed us to care for so many more animals in the community. Last year alone, we adopted over 13,000 animals out of the facility. So we're very high volume, which is fantastic. Sad that there are so many homeless animals, but on the flip side, the Tampa Bay community is such a animal loving community that we are really fortunate to have so much support within people that are like Catalina that are helping with the back end and helping us with raising the funds that's necessary to care for all of the animals that come through our doors, but then having a community that just wants animals. That's always a really sort of fabulous thing. We have a number of programs that some people might not realize that we have available. We have a food assistance program, which is very robust. We gave away over 170,000 pounds of free food last year. We have a delivery service called Animeals, which is kind of like Meals on Wheels for pets. For people that are homebound, we have a pet pantry here at the shelter. So if people are able to come, they can pick up food. We have a low-cost animal hospital that usually affords care to owned pets at about 30 or 40% cheaper than what you would pay at a traditional vet clinic. But we're accredited by the American Animal Hospital Association. So it's fabulous care, just at a discount. We had somebody come in the other day that said, oh, I have this adorable little Yorkie. They want to charge me $800 to get it spayed the other day. And we charge them $250. So it's a really nice amenity for people that would like to get some fabulous service for a little bit less money. And then, of course, we have all kinds of outreach events, which is where I come in. I'm the special events manager. So I forge all of our partnerships out in the community with all of the communities partnerships that have events. I run our large fundraisers every year. I'm going to talk in a little bit about Bark in the Park, which is one of our larger events. But then we also have Island Paws, which is a sort of Caribbean style cocktail party that we host at Waterworks Park down on the Riverwalk. And that's in late April. And then Tuxes and Tails is our annual gala that's down at the convention center, and that's in October. So I sort of run everything from the little yappy hours all the way up to the giant 1,000-person galas.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I follow you guys on social media, so all of those events that you're naming, they do sound familiar. And funny enough, talking about your animal hospital, my puggle Maverick, which he is my son, my child, my baby.
100%.
We actually brought him to the Humane Society to get neutered as well. And you guys had this amazing program going on. I think it was like Bullies and Browns, and because he's a brown dog, I think we got him neutered for less than $100, and it was so helpful.
Yep. So, it's a huge asset, and we see about 40,000 patients there every year, so it is high volume. But it's spectacular care. All of our vets are so caring, and it's like going to your regular vet. I mean, there's really no difference. It just happens to not cost as much. So nothing wrong with that.
Very helpful. We appreciate all the work that you do.
Absolutely.
But getting back to the reason we're here, Bark in the Park.
Yeah.
Huge event. I've seen so many things on it for social media, even the last couple of years. And so I'm super excited to learn more about it and for you to just give us the lowdown on an event that looks super fun and that I really, really want to try to make it out to this year.
Yeah, we really hope that you do and hope that everybody does. It's a really fun event. It's one of our largest fundraisers every year. It's next Saturday. So it's February the 11th from 11 to 3, and it's at Curtis Hixon Park, which is the park that's right next to the Glacier Children's Museum and the Tampa Museum of Art, that little slice of land that's right there on the river. So beautiful location, lovely view. It has vendors, so tons and tons of pet vendors, so you can learn about all sort of different veterinary care and amenities for your animals, leashes, collars, adorable bandanas, all of that fun stuff, plus tons of human vendors. So there's a lot of, fun things to sort of explore around and learn. We'll obviously have a nice big beer tent, which is always a nice thing to have on a sunny afternoon. So plenty of drinks, food trucks that'll be out there. One of our media partners is Beasley Media. So all of the radio stations that are with Beasley, so that's the Shark and Q105 and the Wild, all of those radio stations will be out. So they'll be all doing fun promos and giveaways. There'll be music and DJs going on all day. So there'll be just a fun atmosphere. And the best part of it is that there's tons for your dog to do.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of festivals out there that have food trucks and beer and whatnot, but not very many of them have exclusively stuff that is for your doggy to come out and have fun at. So we have a pop-up dog park. So your dog can come and mingle with other doggies that are at the event. We have splash pools and ball pits. We have a lure course that your dog can run around and see if they can catch the lure. So tons of fun activities for dogs that if you bring your dog, it's fun for the owner to watch your dog. But even if you don't bring your dog, it's just hysterical to watch the dogs chase the lures around and jump into the ball pits and get all wet and splash around. So it's just a really fun time for animal lovers, animal owners. There's a solid half of the people, and we usually have about 5,000 people that come out for the day. A solid half of them bring their doggies with them. So tons of dogs, tons of fun times, sun, beer, all the good things.
And for just the general public, this is a free event?
This is a free event, so they can come right in. There are some pieces of the event that if they wanted to participate a little bit more than just sort of walking around, that you can get involved in. One, there's a charity walk for the animals. It's a 1 mile walk that goes down the river walk for about half a mile and turns around and comes back. If people want to register for that, they can register and they get an event t-shirt along with it. And that's a $25 registration fee to do the walk and to get the t-shirt. But yeah, so like I said, they don't have to do the walk if they come, but it is a lovely add-on. And if you'd like to have the t-shirt and help support the animals a little bit more, we would love that as well. So there are opportunities to donate and help the homeless animals and then enjoy the day as well.
Gotcha. And are there any other opportunities for getting involved? Let's say if someone couldn't make it for this year, I know you guys do this like an annual thing to get prepared for next year.
So Bark in the Park is annual, but yeah, if you miss the boat on Bark the Park, we do have, like I said, tons of other events. Anyone can always hop onto our website, which is humanesocietytampa.org. And we actually, look how good that is. You guys are ready for that. And there's actually a calendar of events on our website that will help people to just see where we're going to be in the community. So maybe you didn't make it out for Bark in the Park, but maybe you'd like to come out to Pinellas Ale Works or one of our other community partners and come out for a yappy hour, or you see that we're going to be doing a give back event at a local, like we've done them with BurgerFi and with a number of other local restaurants. Maybe you're like, well, today's going to be a burger day because I can go and my burger will help support the Humane Society. So you can always keep track of the different partnerships that we have in the community that way. If you're looking to maybe donate some time, we are always looking for volunteer support. Last year, we had approximately 220,000 volunteer hours donated to us by the community, which is essentially having 102 more full-time staff persons on our staff, which virtually doubles our staff. So it's not an overstatement to say that we absolutely rely on volunteer support in order to do what we do every day. And that's from coming in and walking dogs or hanging out with the cats and helping to socialize them, or working at our adoption desk and interfacing with potential adopters, or fostering an animal. Sometimes we get young animals that aren't quite ready for adoption and we like to have them be in somebody's home to have a little bit of time to get socialized and learn how to be a pet before they come back and get adopted. So there are a ton of different ways, and come out to events. We use volunteers at events as well. So if you'd like to get involved, there's also on our website an entire page dedicated to our volunteer program where you can learn more about all of the opportunities, and you can sign up right there on the website to get started.
Got it. Awesome. That is So amazing. I've always wanted to volunteer, but then I'm always like,
Yeah,
I'm
and some
going
people
to
think that we require them
pick the
to
dog
come
code.
like week after week, or that they have to have a really regular schedule in order to volunteer. But we are incredibly flexible.
Okay.
We have about 2,000 annual volunteers, and so we have some that do come on a weekly basis, but we have plenty that are only able to come out like once a month or once every couple of
Mm-hmm.
months, and that is perfectly okay. We just sort of all time is valued, and anybody's time that they are willing to donate to us, we're happy to have. But we don't make any requirements that you keep to a regular schedule or that you come on like a weekly basis or anything. So very low commitment. And we are just, like I said, happy to have the time and resources that anybody's willing to donate.
That's awesome. Good to know. And you said that application is on your website for
It
that?
is. Yep.
Okay.
So they can just look for the ways to get involved. There's a whole page about our volunteer program, and you can sign right up.
Awesome. Good to know. We'll make sure we'll put that link out there when we
Yeah, that
post
would
the
be
podcast.
lovely.
And
we
I'm
do
sure that
also
you
have
guys.
team opportunities as well. So if
Oh,
you have,
okay.
I don't know if Catalina is structured where you guys have smaller teams within the company, but we've worked with a number of larger companies that bring sort of teams out to do team building or do a volunteer day. Where you guys can all come out and walk dogs together as a sort of team building exercise. So we have those opportunities as well. And those are also available on our website to take a look at.
Good to know. We do have at Catalina, we have a paid volunteer day. So
Perfect.
hoping we can shout this out to our employees
Yeah, so
so
come
that they
walk some
know.
doggies.
That would be a fun volunteer day for
absolutely.
all. So yeah, are there any other things that you guys are doing that you wanted to shout out or just bring knowledge to, bring awareness to?
I will go ahead, just since I always have my events hat on. I will let everyone know we just released all of the ticketing information for Island Paws. So I mentioned it very briefly as being it's maybe our second largest fundraiser of the year. It's a sort of casual island themed cocktail party. It's all inclusive. Includes all your drinks for the night, all your food, dancing, cigars, adoptable animals, all kinds of good stuff. It's at Waterworks Park this year, so right next to Eulalie and Armature Works on the Riverwalk. And as I said, the ticketing information is up and available on our website. So if you're interested in coming out and spending a fabulous evening supporting homeless animals and having some great cocktails and meeting some good people, we'd love that.
Awesome. Good to know. And you said that's coming up when, one more time?
It's on April 28th this year.
So
So we've got a little bit of time left, but we just put the tickets out there. So if anyone's interested, we would love to have you out. Like I said, it's a really fun night with tons of music and dancing and great cocktails and great food. And yeah, just good company and adoptable animals. All the good things in life.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Liz, for coming out here and sharing all this with us. I did just want to give you another chance to give us the information for Bark in the Park so that we can get as many people out there as we
got
can.
It. One more time. It is on February 11th, which is not tomorrow, but next Saturday from 11 to 3 p.m. Down at Curtis Hixon Park in downtown Tampa.
Awesome. And please be sure to follow the Humane Society on social media. I don't know if we have that able to pop up, but they have, I know you guys have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all of those. So please be sure to follow them and support them. But thank you so much again, Liz. We really appreciate
it's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for everybody that tuned in.
For sure. And looking forward to Bark in the Park.
Yes, we better see you in the puddle.
I'll be out there with Maverick.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. If anyone has a nonprofit that they would like to be featured on the CareCast, please reach out to the Catalina Charitable Foundation email. And as always, I'd like to encourage everyone to tune in, participate, and donate. See you next time.